Hey everyone, Andrew here, and I got my braces off. Yeah, you can see beautiful teeth. Yeah, I have teeth. So I had my braces on for over 4 years. That's a long time. The braces wasn't super crazy, it was just on for a long time. I had to have gums lasered off a couple times, which wasn't fun. I understand the pain of when you get them tightened every time, because they say it's like, oh, it'll only hurt for a day or two, and it's like, no. Sometimes it goes on for a week or two. A couple other things before I get into the whole story of my tooth being broken, which most of you probably don't know. I got new glasses. They're not too different from what I had before, but they're different, and I have recorded a couple videos with the old ones, but with my braces off because of how time and stuff and pre-recording, whatever, all that fun stuff goes. You guys commenting, it's so nice, it's great. It brings a smile to my face every time I see some of those nice comments. And I mean, I've only been doing this for a couple months, but even still, I've had a couple very nice comments, and thank you for that, and continue to do that, because I love seeing what you guys are doing and getting to respond to it. It's just a happy atmosphere. After I tell the whole story, I'm gonna go into some thoughts on physical appearance, just because it kind of tags along with this, and it's one of the many things I've been thinking about recently. And the other things I'm thinking of doing is doing a tutorial series on like computers. The other thing I'm thinking of doing is some vlogs, getting more into like addressing specific issues and things of that sort. I think they could spark some really good discussions and get thoughts out there, things that I've been thinking about, things that you guys might be going through or not, or to see a new side of the world or have a realization. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool. Okay, so getting into the story, I got me a whiteboard here, hashtag not sponsored, to do some diagrams, and for the future what is this? Is that like magnets? I think it's magnets. Whatever. Go away, plastic. Got a little eraser. I guess it's kinda weird, but we got a nice black marker and a nice modern looking board, so I can do diagrams for today's story, because definitely need some visual aid, and for some of the computer stuff and maybe other things in the future. So I got whiteboard here, do some visual showing, drawy things. Yeah, when I was in 4th grade, I think it was, I was at an event, and they had the scooter board things that you hold on the sides and they go right against the floor. So to use this thing, it's that's a super fine marker. Kind of like that, where you'd hold on to the sides of the board through there, and then they'd have the wheels under here, and it'd just be flat against the floor, pretty much just a couple inches up. And so we went around a circle playing a game with those things, so where you'd grab on and you'd go around the circle, and then once you got back around, then you'd go into the middle and grab whatever, and then your team would win, and there'd be like 4 teams doing it at the same time. Whatever. One of the times that I did it, the board slipped out from under me, and I hit my face on the gym floor. I went back around. I guess I kept going, I can say that much. My mouth was all bleeding and everything. And what happened is this tooth right here broke off in half. And so I went to the bathroom and then I looked in the mirror and my tooth, half of it's gone. What the heck? Motorcycles, vroom vroom. The nice lighting, the natural lighting from outside. I'm not using any lights or anything, which is, it actually looks nicer, like it gets that nice skin tone. Anyway, they found the other half of the tooth. I went to the dentist the next day, and what they did is they had some material and they just built on top of what was left of the tooth to make it look like a full tooth, and that's what I had until a couple months ago. Because of pre-recording stuff, that's why it happened a couple months ago. I actually got my braces off like, 4 or 5 months ago or something. I actually filmed a bunch of stuff like a half a year before, but from now on it's gonna be probably a month or 2. So that's what I had for many, many years, and it worked fine. But the one problem with it is that I can't really bite off much stuff with my front teeth. So I can't have apples, like just straight apple and then bite into it. I can't do that because it could just rip off. What happened before I got braces off, they took an x-ray. Technology's crazy, man. They have this thing that you step into, and then the x-ray does a 180 around your head, and then it transfers the pictures into a CAD program, and then you have this 3D x-ray model, which is super cool. Technology is crazy. And so what they found is above that tooth. Oh, this is a magnet. I'm an idiot. Use a thumb. So, rule of thumb. What the x-ray was showing is, so here's one tooth and here's another tooth, whatever, that's horrible. I'm not flipping you off. If this one is this tooth and this tooth is this tooth, this one was kind of like that, and this was all fake in here. And teeth have roots, so they have the roots here. And what they found out is that this one here, well, both of them are dead, so which means there's no nerves in them. They found out this one filled in itself with regular tooth, so then it's, instead of having a root area, it's just tooth. This one had been infected, and way up in jaw land up here, there was this thing which the dentist called the bacteria's waste area, and bone doesn't like that stuff, so the bone in my jaw was actually non-existent there. It was all that waste area up there. And so I had all this crap in here and up here. And so what they had to do is they had to do a root canal on this tooth. And what the root canal is, of this tooth is now sideways here, and you have your root area here. What a root canal is they drill in the back side of the tooth into the root area, hence root canal. And so they drill into your tooth back into here, and then they spray bleach or something all in the channel, and it kills all the bacteria. And then they fill it in, all of this in like a filling with whatever they use in fillings. Once they got into the tooth, I could feel it a little bit. They already shot me up with anesthetic and everything. What they did is they shot me up again. They said it was because it was like the longest root they have ever seen on one of those teeth, which is kind of crazy. It's like, is that a world record longest root ever or something? I don't know, but that's kind of cool in a way. 2 months later, all the waste up here, that should go away and then fill back in with bone in my jaw up there, which I haven't done the x-ray to be 100% sure of that yet, but I'm pretty sure it's done that. It might have helped with like health stuff, because if your body's constantly trying to fight whatever's in your jaw that this bacteria is just putting off, that could take down your energy, or take energy from your immune system or something to fight that. So then maybe I was getting sick more often because I had that. I don't know. Oh, I should say that this tooth here it's actually cracked right there from the same thing, so that's why that tooth died, is because it's cracked. After the root canal, which went perfectly fine, is that they ground down this part of the tooth here. They just got rid of it all. So then I just have this little stub, which then put up the picture. Yeah, gross. Ugh. It's so disturbing and gross. But that, they had that, and then, so you have this little stubby thingy. So they grind down your tooth. So besides for getting rid of the fake part that they built up years back, then they grind down the whole tooth a little bit more. So you can see, so it's like, then they ground down that part and get rid of that. So then now you have a even smaller thing. Then they take a mold impression, and then they match up color and try to match it to the other tooth. And then what the crown is then the crown goes on, and it goes over that stub that they have, and then they glue it to it right there. But with me, the lab wanted to be very stupid. I think the one that worked was the 6th one. So I kept going through temporary crowns for like 2 or 3 months or more or something. It's just absurd. It's like, can't you get a crown right? I can show you. So these stupid retainers. So the bottom one is perfectly fine for retainers. Now I have it at night, and that's fine. The top one, I still have it in, which I have to get this stupid thing off, which so gross. Ugh. Full of spit and everything. Oh, that's gross. There's something in it. But anyway, so they make these retainers, these trays, like Invisalign trays, that just go on your teeth, and they get super gunky, and they're just super gross. But what happened is the top one here, this tooth decided to just go back up for some stupid reason. So then now what they have a little button. It's just a white bracket on the top of it, and then there's a metal one on the top on the inside. So then they cut out a part of the retainer here, so then you get this stupid thing, put the band on the back one, then put the retainer in, and then you get to put it back up. And then so what the band does is it goes on the outside of the retainer, and it pulls down the tooth. And then once it's done, which should be a couple weeks, then they're just going to put a permanent retainer on the inside. Huh. Stupid, if you tell me. It's like, I was not super impressed with the orthodontist. The crown, you can still see it's not perfect. It doesn't match that one, but it's a lot better. Like, far away, you can't really tell at all. If you didn't know it was there, you might even not know. It's like, even this is the best one, and it's still not super great. They kept making the crown crooked or something. Just, they kept messing it up. So I had to keep going in, get it ripped off, and then they try on the new one, and then stupid. I don't know, it's just been bad luck with my teeth. At least I haven't had hardly any cavities in my life. I've had like 1 or 2, when I know some people who've had like 5 or 10. It's like, holy cow. At least I have that going for me. But I probably have like the world record for most impressions done in a couple months or something, because I probably had like 20 impressions done in just a couple months from between the orthodontist and the dentist. Is an absurd amount, and probably world record for most crowns on the same tooth in a couple months too. It's been an experience, and it's been a little bit frustrating, not as frustrating as like some other stuff in life recently, but sometimes it was actually more funny that they kept screwing it up. So a couple thoughts on physical appearance. When I was starting YouTube, I wanted to do it for years. I kept putting it off because it's like, well, what if my stuff isn't good? What if my voice is too high? What about braces? What about being a kid? What about on and on? One point it was just like, nope, I'm gonna do it, and I finally did it. And I wasn't gonna let braces stop me. I wasn't gonna let a high-pitched voice stop me or anything, which even now I still kind of think my voice is high, and when you go just a year back, it's just like, holy cow, was my voice that high? I don't even know. But same with hair, whatever else, acne, it's just but braces was one of the other things. It's like, oh, I'll wait till I get my braces off. But one day I was watching a Jack video, and he was like, I actually think braces look pretty cool. And then at that point it was like, even though I didn't like braces, it was kind of nice knowing that someone out there kind of thought they were cool, having like the metal or whatever in your mouth. I don't know. That kind of got me over the braces thing, where it was like, oh yeah, I guess I can do it when I have braces on. Do people not like me because of appearance? Well, obviously that's not necessarily true, because of you awesome guys giving me super nice comments, and it's like, I don't deserve that at all, but thank you. How I view myself, I don't think I'm that good looking at all. And if I thought about what I looked like when I went and talked to someone or did something, I probably wouldn't do it, because I just think I don't look that great. Within a week of each other, and both those people said I could be a model, which was kind of like, wow, thank you. And it's like, the first person, it's just like, yeah, whatever. The second person, it makes you question, and it's like, maybe I could be a model, maybe. But there's nothing like that around here. Then you go back to school, and a week later, then you forget about it. You feel down about your appearance again. The other thing is, though, is that our culture makes such a big deal about appearance. Like, girls with makeup, it's always like, oh, you gotta do this and this, and have this and that, and this brand, and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And no, you don't have to. It's like, appearance does matter. Like, you should look nice. You don't want to come off as some trashy looking person. It depends on style and culture of the area or groups you're in, but you don't want to look terrible. You don't have to look perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Like what I do, it's just I get water and then run my hands through my hair, and then poof, I'm done. I don't do anything. Sometimes I wish I had gel because sometimes my hair just goes right, just slap down and doesn't do fancy style or anything. Appearance doesn't matter that much. People make it seem like it does. You might completely disagree with me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, I don't know, it's just thoughts I'm throwing out there. Maybe we can have a discussion in the comments. I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But just the whole appearance thing, it's like I'm not gonna let appearance stop me from doing stuff, because if I did, I wouldn't be getting anywhere. I guess that's my point with appearance. Probably went on for a long time. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.